All right. Reflexive property. Anything is going to be equal to itself, so the measure of angle B is equal to the measure of angle B. Transitive property. If CD is equal to GH and GH is equal to RS, then RS and CD have to match. So we'll have CD equal to RS. Addition property of equality. If x is 3, then I can add x to one side and 3 to the other side, and it would still be equal. 17 is acceptable here. I would write it all the way out. Symmetric property is that order of equality doesn't matter, so RL is equal to BC. The same thing here. Some of you would put 135 for substitution. I would put 3 times 45. That represents a much more direct example of substitution. Then I have multiplication property. If the measure of angle is 45, then 1/3 times the measure of A is equal to 15. All right, proofs. These are your baby proofs for this unit. You're just taking and talking through your solve steps. The first one, distribution property of equality. The second one, we're going to take, and you'll notice we added the 5 to both sides, so addition property of equality. And then my last one, I subtracted 9x from both sides, so subtraction property of equality. On number 34, the first step, we've got our givens. It looks like they're going to take and add that 2x to both sides, so addition property of equality. Then they're going to take and add the 5 to both sides, again, addition property of equality. And we're going to divide that last one by 10, so division property of equality. Right here, they're going to tell us that AB and BC are the same, and they want us to prove that AC is twice AB. We're going to break this down into its pieces, so AB plus BC is equal to AC. That's the segment addition postulate. Then I am substituting, AB and BC are the same, so I'm substituting in AB for BC. And then my final step, you can call this reduction. They call it reverse distribution in the notes. I'm going to call it reduction or addition, however you want to do that. Simplification, also good. It really depends on personal preference here how you want to call that out. Simplification is a great one. All right, my last one. Now this one gets a little bit weird. I've got BEC is equal to BEC, and that's going to be reflexive. And anytime you see a reflexive happen, you are about to either add or subtract something from both sides. That's the only reason you're going to call this out. So I've got AEB and CED. I want to add BEC to both sides. So I'm going to call out, here's what I'm about to add, and then I add it to both sides. So this is the addition property of equality. And then this is AEC is the big angle. AEB and BEC are the two smaller angles that make it up. This is going to be the angle addition postulate. The next one is going to also be that angle addition postulate. You have BED being made up of BEC and CED. And my final step here, they are actually substituting. So AEB BEC is right here. CED BEC is right here. And I'm going to substitute AEC in for this side, BED in for this other side, and grab what I wanted to prove, that AEC and BED were the same. All right. Last page. That angle adding up, you just need to understand what the measurements are equal to. Example, in this one, we have a linear pair, so I know that 3x plus 48 is 180. That gives me 3x, pull that 48 from both sides, it's going to be 132. And that'll make x equal to 44? Yeah, 44. And we're ready to go. This one's much easier. You have vertical angles. So I've got 9x plus 7 is equal to 5x plus 67. I'm going to subtract the 7 from both sides and subtract the 5x from both sides, and I will get 4x is equal to 60, so x is 15. Ready to go. On this last one, they don't say solve for y, but we're going to solve for y anyway. You've got some nice vertical angles. So I'm going to do my x's up here. Make sure I'm on my screen. I've got 9x plus 1 is equal to 13x minus 51. Move the 9x. Move the 51. And I will get 52 is equal to 4x. So x is equal to 13. And then my y's, I'll take those down here. I'm going to distribute the 2. 2y plus 30 is equal to 4y minus 2. Subtract the 2y from both sides. Add this positive 2 to both sides. I'm going to get 32 is equal to y. So y is equal to 16. All right. Now, on this next one, what I would do here is I would just do the entire problem and then go back, fill in my diagram. So I have AE right here, perpendicular to CG. That makes all of these 90 degrees. And I've got ASD, which is this big angle, it's equal to 118. And what I'm about to do is go through and fill in everything I know and then go back and answer these questions. That way my train of thought stays constant. So this is 90, this is 118, that leaves 28 degrees for this last angle. If this is 28 degrees, this is going to be 62 to complete that 90-degree angle. I now have both of these filled in because they are vertical. I've got 96 for HSB. Here's HSB. This is 96 degrees right there. If 62 of it is right here, 34 of it is right there. And if this is 34, this is going to have to be 56 to finish out my 90. And I have 34 for my vertical, 56 for my vertical. And what I've done is gone in and filled in all of my angles. And now I can go back and answer all of the questions they're going to ask me. So when they ask me for HSE, which is this one right here, I've already got all my pieces lined up. It's going to be 118. It's also a vertical angle to my ASD. So that's super handy. BSD. Oh wait, yeah, BSD is the next one. So BSD 56 plus 28 is going to be 84. CSD. CSD is already listed for me at 28 degrees. Find FSD. FSD 34, 62, that's going to be 96. DSE, DSE 62 listed. And then GSF. Where's GSF? GSF 56 degrees. Looking good. All right, we can cut the video here.